Hello everyone, in this video I'll be talking about pre-aim. So pre-aim is an essential part of your aim. So I think I have already said this in a previous video that aim is consisted of a few things together. So aim is just not flicking, it's not just crosshair placement, it's not one thing. Aim is pre-aim, crosshair placement, flicking, tracking, all of this together. And then there's also the shooting mechanics, which are tapping, bursting, spraying, and all of those things. And your aim also works together with your movement. So the mechanical skill in this game consists of a lot of things. So in this video I'm going to focus only on pre-aim and try to explain to you how you can use pre-aim to your advantage as good as possible and how you can get very easy kills with pre-aim. So first, what exactly is the mechanic that is called pre-aim? It is aiming, basically when you are not peeking. Let's say there is a person there in toilets and you want to peek him. So before you peek him, you are going to aim where toilets is. So with playing enough, with enough experience, you can imagine the toilets is about there if you peek. So you put your crosshair where the enemy will be and then you peek. You don't aim here, then peek, and then flick towards the enemy, because it makes no sense. If you aim there and then peek, it's going to be way easier for you to adjust, and it's going to be a lot quicker. And this is why Xantares also gets a lot of kills when he's peeking. It's called Xantares peek, and he also does specific things with his peeking. But about his pre-aim, if you watch a POV demo of him, you will find out that his pre-aim is almost all the time in the right spot. If you look at him, when he peeks, he always has his crosshair close to the enemy, and even if he doesn't have it on the enemy, then comes in the flick and he just aims right at the enemy and kills him. And it's still a lot faster than if you didn't have good pre-aim at all. So if you peek and have good pre-aim, it's going to be really fast and you are going to outreact your enemy. And also the peek is important with it. It's important that you go out, counter strafe, and shoot, and you also have to be able to then flick if the enemy is not exactly where you thought he will be. But that's in general what the pre-aim should be like, and how you can use this is on city side. As I just showed you, if you are defending the A-bomb site here on overpass and there are people coming from banana, you can use other things as well, like you can throw a flash, you can throw something, but let's say you don't have utility. Pre-aim is going to be the best thing you can do in this situation. It's going to be the easiest, unless they don't know you're there and all those situations. But let's say you have to pick. If you have good pre-aim, it's going to be easy kills, because if the terrorists are coming in, they will not always be aiming exactly where you will be. So you can catch them off and you will be faster than them all the time if you have the correct pre-aim. If you aim where they will be, you will always be faster than them, and maybe they're not even aiming at you, so it's going to be a free kill. And pre-aim makes it a lot easier to get the free kill as well. So in any situation, the good pre-aim is important. And how you can practice pre-aiming is, I think, on the Wiperex Team Workshop map, there's a mode where you are put on a bomb site, and then there's boss running at you from different directions. So let's say they're running from long and you are here, and then you peek with pre-aim, then there's coming from banana, and you peek like this, like pre-aim wherever you hear them, you just pick them and shoot at them. You can practice it in that game mode. You can also get better at it with time when you are playing games. So what you should do in game is, if pre-aiming is not a habit of yours, you should be actively thinking about it before a peek. So before a peek, you should always think, where is my crosshair? Okay, my crosshair, I have to put it here to pick toilets. I'm picking toilets, and then I go back. The enemy is there behind the box. I pick like this. Like, you have to sometimes, if it's not a habit of yours, actively think about it, and with time, if you think about it, it will become a habit and you no longer need to think about it. So with experience, you forget about it in a way, like it will automatically come. You don't need to think about it. It's like when you started to play CSGO, you had to think about moving your mouse, like how to aim there. But with enough playing CSGO, you just can flick like this without thinking about it. So that's how pre-aim will be eventually if you think about it right now. Make it a habit, and it's going to be easier in future. It's also it also can be used in this site when you are entering the site. So if there's an enemy, you can try to pre-aim the spot where they will be. And pre-aiming, the essential part of it is that you aim before you peek, because some people peek like this, like they aim around the corner, and that can be good if you don't know exactly where the enemy will be. Like you don't know if he's here, you don't know if he's here, so you can kind of try to peek like this. But pre-aim is you aim at the wall and then you peek. So don't confuse it with this, because this is way less effective if you know where the enemy is. Because this way you are moving and you are not fully ready for it. If you aim at the wall and then peek, you are going to be fully ready for it. And you are going to outreact the enemy all the time. So on this site also, as I said, you can use it when you are entering a bomb site, and you can pre-aim all of the spots. And also, when you peek, pre-aim is very important. Like when you are peeking, you have to know what you are aiming for. You have to know what you are clearing. Like, because sometimes you might peek out like this and your crosshair is nowhere. You have to think about what you are going to clear. Because otherwise you could pre-aim something, but you are not really pre-aiming anything. You have to think about, what do I want to clear. Maybe you want to clear this angle, so you think, I want to clear behind the boxes. I aim here. And even if your pre-aim is not perfect, even if it lands here, it's still better because you are focused on that angle, and you are still going to flick and hit the person if he's there. Because you are fully focused on that. You are not thinking about every single angle. You think about one angle, you pick that angle, you pick the other angle, you pick the other angle, and this is how you're going to get kills a lot easier. So I hope this video helped you with your pre-aim and to get some more easy kills. And if so, you can like the video and subscribe to my channel to not miss out on any upcoming content. And thank you for watching.